I was just getting myself sorted to do this vlog, and I turn the phone on and get the video, get it ready to record. And by the time I sort myself out, get myself comfortable, the phone gets bored and turns itself off. Okay, it's April. That's a good start, isn't it? Wednesday, the 3rd of April. Videos are taking forever to upload. The video that you received on at 11 o'clock, that's just published, it's 10 past 11 now, at 11 o'clock on Wednesday, I started uploading at about 10 o'clock on Tuesday in the morning, and it took forever to upload, and it wouldn't, there's like, I don't, what happens is it uploads in SD, and then it sits and sorts itself out, and then upgrades it to HD. I can't remember what it's saying, but it just wouldn't do that. It sat there for 3 hours pending, and it just wouldn't do it. And in the end, I deleted it and started again. So that took forever. And I'm. What's interesting is I did a cloud video that was about three and a half minutes long, and it's had music added to it, and I uploaded it from my Mac, and that app uploaded quite quickly. Well, they're both using the internet, I think. So I don't understand it. I sort of think that the flooding has caused problems in the switch box in the village. I can only think that, and that it's affecting upload, because I'm not seeing any problems with what we're doing normally. We're both able to watch videos simultaneously. He has his radio on if he wants. There's nothing, that's not being a bother. So I don't know what's going on. Oh, it'd be so lovely to get fibre. One day, villages around us have got fibre, and I sort of think, one day we'll get it. The thing about here, where we live, is we're on a bit of a reso island. Reso is signal, or signal. So when we first moved here in late 2006, we only had dial-up. Now, where we'd been living in San Pier de Maie, we'd had a really fast broadband internet through an orange box. But when we got here, there was no broadband, and we ended up with dial-up, which meant, those of you that remember, that meant that you, if you had your internet on, your phone was off. So that pissed a few people off, I'm sure, because even back then I was on the internet a lot. But it blocked the phone line, so people couldn't contact you. I can't remember how long we had that for, but eventually we installed the only option. There was an option of, I can't remember what it was called, but it required us to have some sort of box up on the roof that was talking to a telephone mast over 8 kilometers away, and it just wouldn't talk to it. It couldn't see it. It couldn't find it. And they even sent out engineers, and they walked up the road with the box on a pole, and they couldn't pick up a signal. And likewise, our mobile phones, the signal's always been poor here. So we're on a bit of a dead space for reso here. So the sooner they give us some fibre, the better. I'll be happier. Today, so yeah, I enjoyed doing my cooking vlog. I realised that parts of it were not as well positioned. There were bits that you couldn't see, stuff I showed you couldn't see. I don't know what I'd done. It looked like I'd zoomed the camera a bit. I realised that, and I enjoyed doing it. I'm not going to start another channel, Roger, but I will do them now and again when I feel like it. I can feel another one coming on, because the plan today is we're going to pick up shopping. But we're going to pick up shopping that I've ordered online, but lamb's not very readily available here, and I want to make a Lancashire hot pot, because I just fancy a Lancashire hot pot. So I need to go in, when we pick up the shopping, I need to go in and see if I can buy some lamb. There would have been lamb over Easter, and I'm sure there will be lamb, but it's not, there's never a lot of it here. And I don't know why, I don't know what they do with it. I mean, it's spring. I don't know what they do with it. But I'm going to buy, I hope, a leg of lamb, and I will cut the meat off it. So I'll take that. It's an expensive piece of meat, but I'll take the meat off it, but I'll also cook it and the bone, because I want to get the bone cooked and the marrow out of it. I was thinking about it today and remembering that when I was young, I don't know how old I was. I don't really think I should have been eating Heinz Junior baby food at that point, but I was. Being given lamb and bone broth, hot pot. Oh God, I loved that. I really loved that. So yeah, a bit of bone marrow into the lamb Lancashire hot pot would be nice. So my plan is I will film doing that, and hopefully manage to get the meat off without hurting myself with my knife. I'll have my bestest knife this time. I'll need that. I'll get Mark to sharpen it. So I will do one. And I'll probably put you at the other end of the counter, because I realise that with my left-handedness, I'm blocking some of what's going on with my hands. I noticed when I played it back before, I always play back vlogs before I release them, obviously, to make sure that they make sense and that I haven't said something I shouldn't, or done something I shouldn't, or missed something. And so I always play them back, and I noticed when I played it back how swollen my hands are. So even though I'm much more comfortable, I only ever noticed my swollen knuckles, but actually my hands I could see how swollen they were. It was a bit of a shock, really. It's like you're looking at yourself from a different angle, and that was a bit of a shock. So yes, so we've got shopping to pick up today. We've got to buy a new toilet seat for downstairs. They always go rusty around the hinges. Always go rusty and horrible around the hinges. I don't know why. So we're going to buy a new toilet seat. The one upstairs is fine, but downstairs is not so good. And we're going to go to the Gaston for lunch at midday. The troll mentioned the other day, one of the things that the troll said, this is another thing that people say when they want to say something but they don't say it, is that you eat out a lot. And it's like, and completely not understanding and having no knowledge of the fact that in France we do eat out. It's quite common to eat out, but eating out here isn't the same as eating out in the UK. Eating out here doesn't mean you're eating large quantities of food. Eating out here means you come away from the table feeling well fed but not overfed. And I think that that's really important, because quite often in the UK and in Canada we felt overfed when we were fed, but that's not how it is here. The meals here are good quality, very tasty, stimulating, but not big. You know, my entree will be, how big will my entree be? Probably about that big. Of whatever it is, it'll be about that big. I don't know what I'm going to have today. They do burgers there. That's where we went with Charlie and Phil and Joe a couple of weeks back, and I had burger. I'm going to ask for it today without the brioche, because I never eat the bun. It comes in a bun, and I always take it away from the bun because that doesn't appeal to me, or that bread never has done. I've never understood that. I know that that's like, I suppose the idea of a burger is that you squash it and eat it like that. Well, I've never done that. So I'm going to ask for it without the bun, because then it'll be easier to manage for me if I have a burger. But it depends on what the formule de midi is. If I fancy the formule de midi, I'll have that. Yeah. So toilet seat, shopping, I need more prawns. I had the prawns and lettuce again. I only had a few prawns left. I had prawns and lettuce again yesterday evening. And I'm really enjoying that. And it was quite a big lettuce, so by the time I'd taken 4 leaves off, there was a lot of lettuce left. So I had lettuce and tomato as well, um, on the side, and I really enjoyed that, and I'm really enjoying feeling much more comfortable after I've eaten. I eat at 6 o'clock. Around about 6 o'clock is when I close my window. We open at 12 and close at 6. But I am much more comfortable when I have something like that now, and I need to remind myself that I'm more comfortable. Although what we had yesterday, I made the gratin yesterday. The tagliatelle was brown rice tagliatelle. So it was on gluten, no gluten, and I made a bechamel sauce with rice flour, again, so no gluten. That made an amazing sauce, rice flour, really silky smooth. No, for me, it's like, well, this is a no-brainer. I'm going to use this. I would use this all the time had I known. So yeah, I made the bechamel sauce with rice flour, and so it was tagliatelle, bechamel sauce. I did some lard on, and then I put cheese over it, Emmental grated cheese, and grilled it for 10 minutes or so in the oven. But for me, it felt really heavy and stodgy. I don't know why. I just felt that it sat like a lump in my stomach, really uncomfortable. The bean burgers did that as well. The bean burgers, mine was 1.5 because I had that smaller one. But that meal, the salad I loved the salad, and the bean burgers were lovely, but 2 were too many, and I don't do beans very well. I've never really digested what they call them, legume. I've never really digested them well. So why I thought that would be fine, I don't know, but I didn't digest that well. So that was uncomfortable. So I'm hopeful today will be more comfortable than the last 2 days have. And the scales were down again this morning, just a little bit, but the trend is down, and I'm really happy about that. And yeah, so I am making good choices. I'm very happy with that too. And yeah, I'm really pleased with that. So it's cool and breezy and damp. I think it's going to be like that for the next couple of days. And then on Friday, it's going to be very warm but very windy. I'm not sure where that weather's coming from. So the cloud video I made yesterday, you must go and look. The cloud video I made yesterday, you never know what you're going to get because it's on time lapse. I just think, oh, that looks nice out there. I'll do a vlog, do a video, and the time lapse, it sits out there for 1.5 hours, 2 hours. You don't know what you're going to get. But actually, the clouds that came up yesterday was such a variety of many of the clouds I saw on my meteorological course. There were high cirrus clouds, there was mackerel sky, there were cumulus clouds, loads of different. It was really, really very pretty. And I'm using epidemic sound, and the person that I've used a lot is called Strom. And the music he does is lovely, and the piece of music that I chose yesterday, because what I do is I need to find music that fits the timing, and then I need to find music that doesn't have a high beats per minute, because that's too you don't want that. And then I need to find something that sort of fits with the theme, and I keep putting in floating as a prompt, as a word prompt, but this one came up, and it really fits. It's really lovely. So go and have a look. Clouds at Kathy's. Go and subscribe if you haven't already. You know you want to. Okay, so that's what's happening today. That's what happened yesterday. God knows when you'll get this. Mr. Chicken I think I wrote in the description on the vlog that's just released, there was no blood yesterday when we looked at him yesterday evening. So Mark held him. I bathed his foot in some warm soapy water, which he didn't like at first, and then I think it probably felt quite soothing. But he's a bit raw on this raw here and a bit up here. So I oiled him with the, I can't remember the name of the oil that we've got down there now. But it really worked well. I need to check them all actually. Maybe they've got a bit of a problem with, what was it, can't remember what it was that was causing their leg scales to raise. I'll have a look. But yeah, so we oiled him, and I'll do that again tomorrow night probably. I'll check his legs and give him another oiling. It's a funny thing to say, but it really works well, so well worth doing. Okay, thanks for watching. Thanks as always for your subscriptions. I've got a few more subscribers this month, which is lovely, and I've been following a few more different people as well, so I've had a bit of a change. Okay, take care. See you next time.